Gypsy Rose Blanchard has always been TMZ's source when it comes to putting out articles about her. And we knew this last year, but now that her prison emails are out, we have even more proof of that. Why this email in particular is so important, because Gypsy is breaking her NDA with Lifetime to give TMZ information. It also covers the situation where when Gypsy first got out of prison, her parole officer called and said she had to leave the state immediately because the media put out a story about how Gypsy wanted to go to the Kansas City Chiefs game to meet Taylor Swift. In all actuality, it was Gypsy who gave that story to the media. So first, we're going to read this email from October 2023. So Gypsy is replying back to TMZ, and she says, "Okay, as a source close to Gypsy, these are things my friends would actually say about me, and I feel weird typing it, lol." I'm going to pause to read the full thing, go ahead, but Gypsy mentions that she will thrive outside of prison and that she will be an impactful advocate for both mental health awareness and Munchausen by proxy. Incredibly well adapted and self-aware. Attitude and level of dedication to better herself through multiple group mental health therapy sessions spanning 8 years has prepared her to transition back into society and is the primary reason that she has been granted parole. Here she says, "This isn't public knowledge and I don't plan to make it public due to safety concerns until afterwards, but my husband and I bought tickets to a Kansas City Chiefs game. I am a huge Taylor Swift fan, so I'm hoping that maybe I see her there. I plan on giving a shout out on Instagram and Twitter while I am at the game. I am hoping she sees it. It's a long shot, but I am a loyal Swiftie and meeting her would be the best start to my new year. I would appreciate you using the source so I am not in breach of my NDA." That's when, in November of 2023, a month prior to her release, TMZ puts out this article. Right, that Gypsy's top priority when she gets out of prison is linking up with Taylor Swift. You saw the prison confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. You remember the scene where her parole officer calls her and tells her that she has to leave the state immediately. Gypsy ends up crying. It's this big, huge ordeal. Gypsy's lawyer then gets on the phone and afterwards tells Gypsy's family that word got out that she was trying to go to this game and to meet Taylor Swift, and that the media had blown it out of proportion and manipulated it. In reality, it was Gypsy giving the story to TMZ. Then Gypsy goes onto the Vile Files podcast and says that TMZ got a hold of the story and that they blew it out of proportion.
6 months before I got out of prison, Ryan and I were looking at fun things to do in Kansas City.
Absolutely.
And so he saw that there was going to be a Chiefs Bengals game. He said, "Okay, that would be so cool. Let's buy tickets because that would be so much fun to do on New Year's Eve." So we bought our tickets, and then, 3 months or so later, I find out that Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce. And so I'm like, that would be so cool if she was at the game and I got to meet her.
Just happened to run into her.
That'd be
we're
cool.
going to find her.
It was so, like nonchalant. It was just like, that would be cool because she's my favorite singer. And then TMZ got a hold of the story. But also TMZ called me a felon. So, I mean, in the article.
Like famous murder.
Something like that.
That's the first thing she wants to do.
Yeah, the comments were like, "Oh my God, Taylor Swift is in danger. This murderer is going to come after her." And it became this big thing. It got blown out of proportion. I'm not a stalker.
So you weren't in any way trying to do like a forced meet?
No, not at all.